Everybody, this is John. Let's take a look at the free video. So a lot of today we had led by a fairly fierce rally with the big caps, and you can see Apple here, new all-time highs. I mean, actually, I think I did the calculation that if it gets to like $168, that'll be $1 trillion market cap, which of course is pretty crazy. Red flag, of course. A lot of people buying calls here, which pretty means that this is ready for a pause, and the implied volatility here has come down quite a bit. But you can't deny that that was a huge rally. If we look at how the Qs are setting up here, you can see that they've actually had a fairly strong rally. For the most part, have had a violent rally back up to trend line resistance. You can see that they did push through a little bit. Now, what's interesting is after the close, Amazon released earnings, and you can see they're down $33. So they're actually getting whacked pretty good. So that'll obviously impact the markets. And I've seen a trend that where, I mean, I don't know about you guys, I have not really seen anybody surprise on the upside. It's either they do okay on the upside, like Apple reported great earnings and went up a little bit, or they just get blown out. So that's a cause of concern for the markets. And then if we take a look at, actually wanted to look at the SPX in terms of options, you can see here that, of course, everybody's loading the boat on calls, and that's a very bearish sign. You know, when that happens, you can see we get here, boom, you get a fall, et cetera, et cetera. So what do we make of this? Well, the biggest thing is that I'm watching is that all of these indexes have had fantastic rallies to, essentially to these downward trend lines and a little bit through. It's not every index has been able to get there. Like Russell kind of stopped right at it. The Dow wasn't able to get there, and then the SPX just barely pushed through, and so the index. In other words, Friday is a hugely important day. For those of you that don't know, I will be on an airplane that may add to the volatility for those of you guys that are familiar with the airplane trade. In terms of other individual stocks that I've been watching, CMG, we had done this one on an earnings play, and we're looking at pin at $600. And at this point, you can see we're looking pretty good. Even today with the market's violent rally, we were only up about $2.50. This actually provides a great income trading opportunity. So before I hop over to the premium video to talk more about the correlations and things that I'm looking at, I want to do a reminder here. We have an awesome class coming up on Saturday, okay? And if you go to simpleroptions.com/insider, you will come to this page, and it's going to give you the details. So Saturday, October 25th, from 2 to 6 East Coast time, okay? And then also there's going to be, that's kind of the theory class, and then there's going to be a live trading mentorship from Monday through Friday, which is October 27th to the 31st during market hours. Now, there'll be a break in the afternoon, an extended break from 12 to 3. The way Bruce sets these up is he trades the first couple of hours in the morning and then the last hour in the afternoon, and he's going to be doing that with you live, so you can look over his shoulder. In a nutshell, if you're not familiar with Bruce, he's the best income trader I've ever seen because he's very precise, very mathematical, and has a strict set of rules and guidelines that are easy to follow. And he essentially takes all of the complicated issues associated with the Greeks and breaks it down into a very simple, easy to use format. And his goal with this stuff is to generate 25 to 30% a year utilizing these spreads. And while that's his primary source of trading income, what I like about it is that while I'm waiting for bigger directional trades to set up, these are the kinds of things that I can do while I'm waiting, okay? And it helps kind of curb the trader's sense of impatience just to kind of get something done. And what's great about it is that Bruce is very, very good at doing adjustments. And that's probably the biggest question that I get. It's kind of like, hey, how do I know when to make an adjustment? How do I know when to do monthly versus weekly, et cetera, et cetera. So if we come down here to the theory class, you'll see that the theory class on Saturday is, let me drag this down here so you can see it. But the theory class on Saturday is $497. Now, again, if you've taken Bruce's classes, other classes before, he's done a series of 2-hour classes. Some of it will be repetitive, but the key here is there's going to be a couple, and he always updates the stuff based on the current market conditions, especially all the volatility that we've seen right now. But more importantly, it's tying it all together, okay? Like, hey, that's great. You've got all these different tools that you can use, but when is the best time to use a calendar or a butterfly or a credit spread, et cetera, et cetera? And then I think the real prize here in terms of being able to really dive in and learn this is going to be the 5-day mentorship. Now, the 5-day mentorship is $9.97. If you elect to do that, you actually get this included for free, okay? And if you can't attend the Saturday session or you can't attend any of the live stuff, that's okay. It'll be recorded and you can view it at a later date at your convenience. And these recordings are done fairly quickly. The key with this is that, and the reason I'm so excited that Bruce is doing the live mentorship is that it's very, very easy to look at a PowerPoint and say, okay, well, that's a good theory, but what do you do in real life, okay? Bruce is going to be placing trades in the live market conditions. You can look over his shoulder from the comfort of your own home. You can follow the trades if you want, but more importantly, you can learn to know when to place the trades, what type of trade would work best in that situation. Okay, is this better for a butterfly? Is this better for a monthly spread or better for a weekly spread? Or is this better for an iron condor or a calendar or a diagonal, et cetera, et cetera? Each situation will generate the best possible scenario for that. And then from there, of course, you can ask him questions. And again, the biggest question I see that people have is on adjustments. And this is a chance for you to be in a trade. And if you need to make some adjustments, be able to ask Bruce and he can guide you through that step by step during a live mentoring session. Okay? simpleroptions.com/insider, and looking forward to seeing you at the class.